Wow. I can't believe I'm monocle, to be honest. This is crazy. This is a dream come true.
Finally, let's do this for real. Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's 80 pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it or not, this is my excited face. Come on. Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff. Merchandising, likeness, blah, blah, blah. But the really juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammate, become a legend. All that jazz. Now, it's over to you. Okay, here we are. It's contract time. The team are expecting you to improve as your career evolves. And so am I. Here, we will be setting you a contractual target with the team, so that this progress can be tracked by both parties. Here, you can view your current ratings with your overall rating, or RTG, shown at the top. This is the value that will be used to set your contract target. In order to improve this, you'll need to show your worth at each race weekend. Your current rating has been used as a starting point. Move this slider to set your target for next season. A higher target requires consistently good results at each race weekend, but you'll get more recognition when you sign. Here, you can view your recognition with the team. The higher the target you set yourself, the more recognition you will earn when you sign. More recognition equals more car development. More car development makes car go fast. You know the drill. Remember, if you fail to meet that target, you will lose this recognition bonus, so don't bite off more than you can chew. You can see some basic information on the contract, as well as the number of seasons your contract will last. After this season concludes, you may be offered longer contracts, if the team thinks you deserve one. A longer contract will give another recognition bonus when you sign. There's a few other points for us to go over, but we can leave those until you're settled. I'll leave you to finalize your terms.
After everything I've done, after all the struggles and all the fights to get to this point, I'm holding the contract in my hand right now. This is so real. I can't believe this. This is obviously, it's on my hand and I could notice sign right now. I'm doing it. I can't wait. I can't wait any longer.
We're signed. We are on the Formula One grid for 2024. That sounds awesome to say. Time to go crush that target. I'll see you soon. Quickly, before we gear up for the first race this season, a couple of things. Throughout your career, you'll get a lot of important information. Keep an eye on this tab between each race to see what you've been sent. We also have a wonderful team of specialists that will be dedicating some of their time to help us this season. When you have a moment, we should go and get introduced. They don't bite, I promise. Driver Details contains all the important information for your accolades, contracts, rivalries, and driver ratings. Keep an eye on it throughout the season.
Hi mate, Mark here. I'm your engineer for the season ahead, and I'm absolutely buzzing to be working with you. When you're ready, come and see me over in R&D and we can chat about the development of the car. See you soon.
Hello everybody and welcome to the start of my F1 24 career mode series, as we will be playing as Ava Johnson, the first ever female F1 driver to hit the grid in this game. This is gonna be a big journey for her, a big journey for everybody, pretty much a big history maker, pretty much, for a first time ever female driver to be behind a Formula One car. And this could be a big history making moment for Ava here, and a big history moment in general in Formula 1. So we went through all the menu thing here. We heard all the subtitles, all the the cutscene and everything about the new headquarters main menu. It's pretty unique, and I like how it is, as we will jump into the reveal of our vehicles and the team on the grid.
The long wait is over. This is it, a brand new season. And before the show gets well and truly underway, we've got the all-important matter of a free practice session. It's great to be back. So much unknown before we get underway. So what will be going through the drivers' minds as they get ready for the new season?
The faster you can work around the circuit conditions and get the car tailored to your liking, the better, and then you can just focus on the job in hand in terms of lap times. But first of all, you've got to get the car feeling right.
Okay, mate, this is the first running of the real car. Now, I know it's a big ask, but let's get some useful data and get you used to how the practice sessions work. Let's start the season as we mean to go on, eh? I know we can have a great year, so let's go.
Alright, Eva, this is it. This is the big deal. These cars gonna be feeling a bit different than you're not used to. The last time you were driving one of these cars was the older version of the Williams cars, so this is a brand new experience, brand new handling, so this is going to be quite different. So no pressure, test out the car, and let's have fun. And having fun indeed, that we're going to be doing throughout this F1 24 season. Welcome guys to the start of Ava's career, Ava's journey on becoming the first ever female F1 driver. And it's going to be a big deal for her to make a name for herself. Now, I wasn't joking when I spoke to her earlier, saying that the handling is gonna be quite different and quite difficult to manage, and that's been proven very much in this game. The handling on this game, it's very weird and different that I'm not used to. It's kind of bizarre how to even describe it. I play a specific way, and I know I play a specific way, and that's the way I like to play this game in particular. But man, the handling just still feels weird as it is. But good thing, one thing that I heard through Twitter and everything, I heard that they will be releasing a day one patch for the handling. So a lot of content creators, a lot of esport players are making it known that the handling is quite weird. So it is going to be fixed once the game fully releases on the 31st of May for the whole public pretty much. So it's going to be a fresh start of the new handling model. This is just a test because I did get the game obviously a couple days early. I pre-ordered it, the championship edition. You get it 3 days before the release date of this game. But yeah, the handling is very odd, and yeah, I've been doing some practice session here just to get the hang of it and everything, just to understand the handling. And part of me, I understand why so many don't like it, and part of me, I don't really see the whole reason, because I do have a specific setting that I like it in a specific way I play the game. But I do feel the difference, and it's very weird. And not only that, I need to start getting used to managing my ERS, because that is one big thing that I realized doing playing this game is, the ERS is very bizarre. It's not bizarre, but it's a skill that you need to have to manage your ERS, and it's been proven throughout the practice session and in the qualifying and in the race. So it's gonna be a juicy episode for you guys. It's gonna be a very juicy race in, as well as Ava is gonna put her heart into the race in qualifying and everything to just prove herself that she is worth being on the grid today. And yeah, as you guys can see from some of the gameplay, some of the practice run here, the tire wear is pretty crazy. It's kind of difficult just to get the hang of it, and man, the tire wear is a big thing as well, because obviously you're starting out as a rookie. All the cars are not in the right R&D, so it's a fresh start pretty much. So everything is just new. The tire wear is gonna get worn out pretty quickly, and just everything about the game is fresh and new, and as like it's supposed to be, because I am playing as a rookie. Ava is a rookie, so this is her new experience and her first ever time being behind an F1 car, besides being in the testing with the older Williams vehicle back in F1 23. So this is new for her, very new for her, new for me playing as her. So it's something I need to get used to as well, and it's gonna be fun to, you know, just learn and get better at, and I'm willing to do that throughout the run here. But yeah, I'm gonna skip through the practice program and jump right into qualifying, because I think that's where the most unique you know, it's the I'm gonna skip through the qualifying right now, and it's gonna be quite an interesting qualifying, and we're gonna see how it goes from there. Hey Ava, any feedback on how the car is feeling right now?
Yeah, I don't know. The handling feels very odd and different, but I'm a bit too good for some runs to see if I get the hang of it. But so far so good.
Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrain Grand Prix.
As we are starting our qualifying in Q1, we are going to try our best to qualify in a great position for Ava here. She is doing what she has been dreaming on doing for the longest time, is finally coming true, qualifying in Formula 1, her first attempt here in the Bahrain Grand Prix. She's gonna make her attempt to go through this circuit in general, because through practice she's been trying her best to get the familiar, and she's trying to get so used to on getting the hang of the handling of the new F1 vehicles, including the one she is driving right now. So she is doing her best, gosh darn best, to get to the top level. So she's trying here to just go through every corner as slow and as precise as possible, so she don't spin out or even lose any milliseconds or seconds on the clock, because she wants to qualify as well as she could. She wants to make it through qualifying 1, so she could prove herself that she is one of the best, and she is trying to be the best. But right there, just a small mistake on that exit there. That's one of the hardest corners ever in this Grand Prix, in the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's so tricky to just get the braking right and getting the car rotated to that corner. It's just always been a difficult corner for me, and just in general, it's just one of the difficult corners in F1 history. But yeah, she is trying her best now as she is going through the last long straight of the circuit, the back straight, pretty much going to the long straight from the pit lane area. So she is going, and she is trying her best, just gonna go through the line right now, as she is qualifying in 10th place with a 1 minute 31 second lap time. So that's decent. That's a great lap time, and not the best, not the worst, but it is something. And you know, it's a start. You know, P10 is not a bad position to be in right now. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and see if she can make any improvement on the second lap right now. Right now, just staying in the same position that she is right now. Nothing has changed. She hasn't gained anything as well, but she's gaining just a little bit, and just a mess up on the corner as well. Like I said, the cornering and like just the handling in these cars are very difficult to get the hang of, and I'm just missing every single apex and like just corners there. And right here, I just decided to just bat out on my lap, because it was no way I was ever gonna end up, you know, gaining any more lap time. So we're just gonna stop it here, and we're gonna start our second run with a we're gonna keep using the same tire that we used in the first run. They weren't as war as I thought, as we are right now in 20th place for this Grand Prix. We have to improve the time, we have to improve our position, we have to do this, and we have to prove that we can be in the top grids positions with our teammate Alex Albon. We can't be qualifying down into the 20th last place. We cannot be qualifying down here. So Ava is going to put in her heart and soul into this lap. She needs to improve this lap, and she needs to get all the cornering and all the apex and all the braking on point. She needs to do this, and she needs to do it now. As we are going through the laps right now, we are losing time. We are not gaining at all. We are trying to gain some time around the circuit. It is very difficult just to get precise, especially when you are a rookie trying to prove yourself on the grid, trying to prove to everybody that you belong in the Formula 1 grid. It's just proving difficult right now that she is messing up on this corner again. One of the difficult corners that she can't just get, we can't get in general. It's just so difficult, but she is still pushing. We are pushing so hard, and I feel like I shouldn't have pushed here. I really shouldn't have pushed. I should have saved my battery and try for another run, because we had plenty of time to do so. But I was desperate. I was just desperate at this point, and I just thought I could gain some time through this. But at the same time, I wasn't putting that much effort into it. I haven't been using my ERS as great, and I forgot to actually set the ERS settings back to medium where it's supposed to be, so we weren't even gaining anything. So right here, we are to actually try our best to get the lap time that we need to get. We are still in 20th. We didn't get any time. We are gaining 1,000 a second, sorry, of a lap time, gaining 1,000 of a second, and then we are going through the circuit once more with a lower amount of fuel in the car, because when you do 2 runs, the second run is much more better because there is lower fuel in the F1 car. So that's always a plus side. So it makes the car a lot more lighter and a lot more stable to go around the circuit. Right now we are gaining massive time that we need to be gaining, but we need to gain a lot. We are very behind in the grid. We are trying our best. We need to pass Bottas to go to 15 to make it to Q2, but right now it's been proving difficult. We are trying our best. Ava's trying her best. She is going flat out. She is putting everything into this qualifying lap right now. This is the last chance that she needs to improve. So we are going to this long left corner, and then we are going to the other right hand corner, one of the infamous corners in Bahrain, in my opinion, especially one that difficult corner down that back straight. But we are so close to the straight to cross the line and see if we gain any time at all, as we are heading to the last corner, going through flat out just to see, gaining 5,000 of a second on the clock, and we only qualify on P16. Not a great position to be in right now. So we are out. We can't qualify anymore.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I tried. I really did try. I put everything into that lap. I'm sorry. I'm not used to it. I'm sorry. Just this is on me. I'm sorry, guys. I know we're falling down the order right now. We're not. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, it was a it's proven a difficult qualifying for Ava here, but it looks like Alex Albon has qualified on P13, a great qualifying position for him. As for Lando Alonso and Sergio Perez, Oscar Piastri gained a 5-position grid penalty because of impeding. So we're gonna jump into the race right now and see if we could jump back into the race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. There's no shortage of passing opportunities around the 3.36 miles of the Bahrain International Circuit, with the best, of course, at turn 1, and then another soon after into turn 4. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, and we could see 1 or 2 flat spots into that tight left-hander of turn 10. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Norris, Perez, Russell, Hamilton, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Tsunoda, Albon, Ocon, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, Hülkenberg, Ava, Stroll, Joe, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, it's a new season, plenty of new opportunities, but I think I'm going to start with a question we may have asked last year as well. Can anyone stop Max Verstappen?
That's what they're hoping for. And that's what we're hoping for as well in some ways, because we don't want to see just one driver or one team running away with it this season like we had last year or even the years gone by in this sport. Can we get to see a 2-way or even a 3 or 4-way fight throughout this race today? Fingers crossed we'll get that.
Try to put the starting position out of your mind and just focus on the race ahead. We can still do a good job here today.
As Mark said, we just gonna have to try to gain some position in the circuit, but in the Grand Prix, excuse me. But this is interesting. We are gonna be doing a 2-stop, soft to hards. This is a brand new thing because I'm assuming it's because of the tire wear is very high, so it's gonna make us do a 2-stop regardless. But we're gonna go ahead and choose the default strategy here and see if we could even make any improvement. We might even change things up, but as of right now, we're gonna stick with the 2-stop strategy. As we are going to start the race, and the 5 red lights are out, and away we go for the start of the 2024 F1 season, as we are gonna go and try to gain some position after our full qualifying position run. As we went wide, we hit the number sign pretty much, because I think it was Oscar Piastri or Daniel Ricciardo that kind of pushed us wide, so we had to evade so we didn't have to cause any collision or damage to our vehicle right now. So we are gonna just try our best, and Ava's gonna try her best to just gain as much position as she can. Right now we are stuck right behind Oscar Piastri. It's gonna be proven difficult because some of these guys are very quick. And despite Oscar Piastri being down the order, he is also one of the quickest guys in the Grand Prix right now. But we are making moves, we are diving down, and we had to go ahead and be a bit wide there because we didn't want to collide with Lance Stroll. We went wide, we definitely went wide, and we had to do an innovation action. I do want to note real quick, guys, that I did not record any of the replay footage because I completely forgot that I had to do that. So there's not as much replay footage here, so you won't be seeing what's going on in the front of the pack. It's gonna be only mostly me and just fighting my way through the pretty much through the back of the grid. And just so I grabbed a few of theater mode replays on the theater mode. Like as soon as you just jump into theater mode, that's the only few replay footage I got. just like in the beginning when the 5 red lights were out, as Oscar Piastri is trying to make a move on Ava right now, trying to go to the inside, but we covered that off. We defend very well to go into pursuit Lance Stroll and try to gain more position that we am right now as we skip through a couple more laps. Second lap right now, as also just note that Daniel Ricciardo was the only person that I know so far that was starting on the hardest tires, as everybody else was starting with the soft tires. I'm not sure if Daniel Ricciardo was the only one, because I've also forgot to put in the broadcast formation lap, so I didn't really know who was starting any tire advantage or just tire in general, as Oscar Piastri just passed Ava like it was nothing, as we are just struggling to just keep the car in the road, on the track in general, because I'm still trying to figure out how to manage this new handling model and everything, and just, you know, I'm getting distracted. I'm missing my break points and everything, so it's been proving very, very difficult just to go through that. But yeah, I also didn't check on the race director to see what tire strategy people were going through, as we continue to fail on that one difficult left hand corner. As you guys can see, some of the tire wear are showing right now, as we're gonna have a few moments with Daniel Ricciardo. Me and Ava and Daniel Ricciardo are gonna have quite a few moments in the next few laps, as Pierre Gasly just passed us. We're also gonna be fighting Pierre Gasly just a few, as we are repassing him on the right with the not with no DRS, to be honest. It was pretty shocking how fast that we end up passing Pierre Gasly. But yeah, the Alpine aren't really as great as they were last year in the R&D table, so it was pretty much a breeze that we just went by there. But so far, like, doing this first long distance Bahrain circuit, it just showed me how much I could actually understand the handling and everything, and just learn more from the handling and see where my actual difficulty for the AI will be. So it proven that this was the most difficult race that I've done, especially because I haven't played that much Formula 1 and F1 23, because I stopped at some point. I didn't really practice that much in F1 24, so I just pretty much just jumped into the driver career, and this is pretty much what we got. But it also shows how much of a rookie we are. Literally, like, me controlling Ava right now shows how much I'm lacking in improvement, so it's been very difficult for us to even improve and to get through these laps, and, you know, just to make some overtakes at the same time. So it's been proven to be very, very difficult on that.
Okay, mate, engine's running too hot. Engine is running too hot. Let's keep it a bit cooler for now, please.
As Mark gave us our first mid-race objective is to cool down our engine, as we had it way too high. I'm assuming is we had it way too high because we were right behind the dirty air of Pierre Gasly, so it was causing the engine to overheat. So we have pretty much 2 laps just to get the engine just back to its normal temperature, which wasn't difficult at all, because I was in the back of the grid and I wasn't really fighting with anybody besides Daniel Ricciardo, as we are trying to keep the position right now. But Daniel Ricciardo sends it to the inside on us and trying to get the position from us. Me and Ava and Daniel has been fighting in the pretty much the back end of the grid. It's gaining no points whatsoever, but this has been one of the most entertaining fights that I had with an AI in a while. So this was pretty interesting, and this was pretty fun just to at least fight somebody, because so throughout this race was kind of boring and I didn't have anybody to fight, so it kind of defeat the purpose on me even challenging myself to even try to gain the front of the pack. So me and Daniel just kept going back and forth, switching position, and it always happens toward the end of the lap, toward the end of the last corner, because that's where the DRS is pretty much there, as we passed our engine temperature challenge in mid-race. So it was nice that we finally, or we even accomplished a challenge in mid-race. It's very interesting that they added that into F1 24. It makes the game a lot more fresher and fun to play because it does give you a lot more challenges and an idea of what you need to actually be doing in the circuit, not just racing, overtaking, and winning some races or even gaining some points. You do have to, you know, mind your tires and mind your engine, the temperature, and so on and so forth. So I love the fact that EA dropped that in, making the game a lot more interesting, making the driver career a lot more interesting, as Daniel Ricciardo again sends it to the inside, trying to take 19th place. As of right now, 18th place, I think, because Lance Stroll had pitted a few laps ago, as we're passing by other cars that are pitting as well. So we are now, right now, in 10th place, trying to gain as much position as we can. And I know this isn't this is not Ava's main position. Is, you know, we are very back in the grid, and man, the tire wear is just abysmal. It is crazy. I have literally no front left tire left, so I literally need to pit on this lap. It's do or die. If I keep going, I might have a puncture, and it will be really bad just to deal with that, as Daniel Ricciardo continues on, because he has the hard tires on. As we're making our first pit stop, obviously the pits are going to be a bit slow because everybody in the grid right now have low R&D, so their you know, their pit crew aren't as quick as it was in F1 23, but it is a work in progress, obviously, when you continue throughout the season.
This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road.
Alright, Ava, I need you to push as best as you can. We need to get back to the pack right now. We need to push.
Copy. I'll push as far as I can.
As me and Mark were discussing through the radio to Ava, just to push hard on these hard tires because they can take it, and these hard tires needs to you know, gain the temperature to have the grip and to, you know, pretty much last throughout the life cycle of that hard. We need to push, and we need to actually gain advantage to the front of the pack, because we are lacking. We are dead stone dead last, and this is expected. You know, we are a rookie, and this is gonna be a big challenge for us. This is a big challenge for Ava to prove herself that she is willing to just go through all the difficult moments and go through all the challenging races, and just going through being in the back of the grid, just to gain position and to prove herself that she can improve her position and to improve herself on what she can do in the back of the grid and what she can do throughout the Grand Prix. So it's not going to be easy for Ava. It's not going to be easy for the team. We need to push hard, and we're doing that right now, as we are ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, because he did make his pit, and he is on the soft tires, so he's going to have a much more advantage than us, because we are on the hard tires, and hard tires are known to be really slow, but they do last longer, which is always a plus side. But knowing that Daniel Ricciardo has the soft tire, it's going to make it a lot more difficult for Ava to keep this position for 19th place for literally nothing, no points at all. But she is doing her best just to continue to be ahead of Daniel Ricciardo and to keep 19th place and just be a burden to Daniel Ricciardo. But Daniel Ricciardo is proving that he is no rookie. He is a pro. He won multiple Grand Prix, so he is flying by right now, right past Ava. We don't have nothing. Ava doesn't have anything. Yeah, the DRS is happening. The DRS is happening as well, but eventually it's gonna not last so long because of the hard tire that we are gaining. And also, this is just the fact that I have my difficulty settings to a bit too high, and I kind of realized throughout, you know, this racing throughout the Bahrain Grand Prix, the difficulty of that I put on the AI were a bit too high for me, and I should have known that, because I am a lower team, and it's proving it likely right now, as we have a few people in the pits right now making their second and final pit stop of the day of the Grand Prix. So we are gaining some position there right now, only 15, but we do gain position, but it's not gonna last long, knowing the fact that the hard tires are wearing down right now, and we are just not as fast as a McLaren and not as fast as Sergio Perez as well. So it's really difficult for us to even, you know, stay with these guys. So I don't know why Ava decided to put up a fight with these guys. I think she should have just backed down and just let all these faster cars just pass her and just accept the fate. But again, this is what Ava needs to learn. She needs to learn that she needs to pick her fight. She needs to pick her fight right, and she needs to know when to push, when to actually fight somebody because of that reason, because of front wing damage. And that kind of ruined the race, and it caused her to go very wide right now.
I went wide. Norris tapped me in the wing. I have front wing damage now. Like, what am I supposed to do with Aaron? I lost all control of the car.
Yeah, so she wasn't as happy about that, but you know, she was already due to go into the almost due to go into the pits to change tires, regardless, to do her second stop. But the front wing damage wasn't as bad. It didn't affect our race as much. It did slow us down a little bit on the slow speed corners and everything. So we were just trying our best not to damage as much as possible on the car, as much as possible on the wing in general. But as right now, we are Ava's still not figuring it out that she doesn't really need to prove herself to the top dogs right now, the top team, because she is on a lower backmarker mid card team right now, that she just needs to focus and just not be behind on dirty air.
You're in the top 10 now, keep it up. Okay, mate, after that front wing damage, we've got to look after it now. Please protect the front wing, come on.
As Mark asked us that we need to protect our front wing, as we got a minor damage to it, as we are not trying to afford a collision with anybody on the grid right now. We need to keep the front wing safe. We do have a minor damage, so Mark gave us a challenge and an opportunity to manage our front wing and to protect it as best as possible in the next 4 laps. So that's what we are trying to do right now, as we are still scrapping away with Fernando Alonso and all the other packs right behind us. So we know it's going to be pretty difficult for us to even remotely keep these guys behind us, because we're not that quick. We're just not quick enough to even be with these guys. As for Fernando Alonso and Valtteri Bottas just passed us very quickly, as we are going to go to one of the theater mode replays, as everybody is being held up by us because we are very slow and we don't have the tire to even be up front fighting these guys. We should have literally just let all of these guys go, but Ava just continues to just fight and fight and fight, not knowing what she needs to be doing. And this is a rookie mistake. This is 100% a rookie mistake, and hopefully after this Grand Prix she learn to not make as much mistakes and to learn to pick her fight because of this.
That wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but listen, don't worry about it. It's a long way to go, so let's just focus until the end.
Ava, I'm gonna need you to box this lap so we could change the front wing and change the tires. We need to box this lap right now. And yeah, I wasn't very happy. I was not happy. Mark wasn't happy that Ava ended up causing another collision and causing more damage to her front wing. So we're gonna end up going into the pits, as we should have done last lap, and we gotta go ahead and change the front wing and tire strategy as well, because we are lacking our second stop, and we need to change our tires because the hard are not with it right now, as we are in the pits and we are going to the soft tires, but no front wing change.
What the guys? What's going on? Where's my new front wing? I specifically needed a new front wing with tires, and you guys didn't give me that.
I don't know, Ava. I don't know what's going on. It's a mix up in the crew. Just come in the next lap and we'll change your front wing. As frustration just keeps boiling for Ava, knowing that she has no opportunity to even gain any position, knowing that she is in the back of the grid, she has to come in once again into the pits and to change front wing and just to put on another set of tires, because we can't really put on another soft because we didn't have any other soft. So Ava came in for a third stop just to change the front wing when it should have been the second stop. But it's you know, things like this happen. You know, the pit crew do mess up, and things do happen. So we're gonna just skip through all the way to the end of the race because literally nothing happened. I was just in the back of the grid for so long, and at this point Max Verstappen was almost so close on lapping us that he ended up finishing the last lap that we just pretty much just went. So it was a disappointing race for Ava. One to forget, a really tough rookie beginning, a very tough rookie start to the Formula 1 Grand Prix, and it brings a lot of question. Is Ava actually capable of being a Formula 1 driver?
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
I'm sorry, I know it's not what you expected, and I know that it wasn't what you wanted to experience as for your first race, but we'll have some discussions after the race.
Then for another spectacular Grand Prix here in Bahrain, and a real champion's drive to take the win.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
It's honestly no surprise that the man, the legend, Max Verstappen ended up winning the first race of the season. There is no surprise in that this dude can literally win any race that he can be in. It's kind of amazing. But congrats to Max Verstappen, as I believe was Lewis Hamilton on third and Charles Leclerc in second, which makes it's kind of poetic knowing that Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes are in the podium. It's kind of unique just to see that. But a tough race for Ava, a tough race for her, and tough race for the team to even remotely be satisfied on what just happened in this Grand Prix, as we are looking on the standing right now, as Alexander Albon secured a point for the team and secured a point for himself as well. This does not look good for Ava. This does not look good at all for Ava. She was there to prove you know, just to prove that she can be alongside with Alexander Albon, but it shows that she just couldn't, and qualifying in P17 and dropping all the way to P20 does not help. As we're looking at the standing, as usual, the top 10 will be the only ones that are getting the points, as Max Verstappen gets the full 26 points with the fastest lap extra point, as well as we are at the end of the driver standing. As for constructor, Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, Aston Martin, Kick Sauber, Williams with 1 point, Haas, Alpine, and the V-Carb are the only team that did not score a single point for their respective team. But yeah, guys, that will be the end of the first episode of the driver career for Ava Johnson. I am looking forward for the future, and I'm looking forward to seeing what is next for her and for her future in general, because it's going to be quite difficult to jump back in this. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of the driver career, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.